Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about the second Monster High movie. I already did a review on the first one. If you want to check that out, I'm going to leave that in the description box down below. But also you can go ahead and check out my channel and find the video over there. And I also have a lot of reviews if you want to check those out as well. And yeah. Go ahead and subscribe, please. That would be awesome. Activate the little bell icon, like this video, comment down below everything you want to. So now this movie came out like a couple weeks ago, at least in the US. Here in Latin America, it came out last week on Paramount Plus. And I actually wanted to wait because for some reason I wasn't spoiled at all in social media, which I'm really grateful about. So yeah. That's pretty cool. So this movie talks about the next Scaremaster, I would say, and I think it's pretty cool. I like the beginning of the movie. I don't know what are they supposed to be celebrating. Like, it's not Draculaura's birthday or anything like that. It's just like a party at Draculaura's house for some reason. But yeah, we have like a party, and now we know that Claudine is like super famous, and that's because of all the things that happened in the previous movie. So I think that's really interesting. That's kind of tying it with how things work nowadays, like at least in terms of the social media, because of course we have TikTok, which is where all the videos related to Claudine are going viral. So yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. I know a lot of people are like a little bit not too sure about all the puns that the movie has, but it's Monster High. You're going to have puns every single word if it is possible. So yeah. So we're going to start talking about the characters again, and then we're going to move on to the plot of the movie. So first we have Draculaura. So in this case, we have like a more Draculaura centered movie, and that's because we're talking about all the witchcraft things. And yeah, she's like trying to be more proud about who she is and the things she likes, of course being that the witchcraft. And also she wants to still break free from her dad, because Dracula is still very controlling of her, I would say. So she's like, oh, I want to make like my own kind of party, and he's like, of course you can do that when you can pay for that. So that's kind of weird. But yeah, in general, she is just like really happy at the beginning of the movie because she like meets her friends and everything. They're like dancing, and I really like the songs of the movie. Like, I was really jamming to all those songs like last week when I first saw the movie. So yeah, I like those. Well, then we have the fashions that Draculaura wore in the movie. I think they are so freaking nice. I would say they're a little bit better than the previous one. Like, the previous one were fine, but these ones are so cool. I love the way that they still try to give her like the little hearts, the bats and everything. I love the button-up shirt that she has with the little hearts right here, and the bat on the belt buckle. I think she looks just so nice in the whole movie. I think all of them have less wardrobe, I would say. I kind of noticed that because she uses the same outfit at the half of the movie, and then at the end again. So yeah, I don't know what's about that, but I like it because we have a little bit less of a number of outfits, but at the same time they got really better. Like, they really improved. So I love that. Of course, we have the shoes, which are incredible in Draculaura. We have the bags, the wigs. The wigs, I really like the way her hair looks. I think she looks super cute. She had a new like hairdo, which is the hair pulled back here into little pigtails. I like that as well. And I think that's basically it. Like, in general, she always has like the one of the best looks, and also the makeup is really, really nice. And yeah, I think that's basically it for her. Of course, the songs are amazing, the ones that she participates in, of course. Then we have Frankie. So Frankie has a little bit less participation in this movie, but of course that's because I'm going to talk about that later. But yeah, I really, really like the character. Again, it's super funny. I really like the fact that they're trying to improve themselves to be more helpful to their friends. But then here we can see a little bit of a I don't know, more development in the relationship that they have with Deuce, which is that really, really strong bond. And that's something I really, really like, because they're going a little bit deeper in Deuce's like personality. Like, he's not just like Cleo's boyfriend or the tough guy of the school. Like, he's getting a little bit more, I don't know, feelings, I guess. So yeah, I like that a lot. But yeah, what else? They have a little bit less jokes in the movie, but I still like some scenes where they're like disguised and but we're in disguise, and they only have the glasses. I think that's really, really cute. Again, I love the way that they interact with Deuce, and the outfits are really cool. I don't have any complaints about Frankie's outfits in this movie, because I thought they were kind of weird in the first one, because I was not like used to it. But in this one, they're like keeping up the same style as in the first one. So we have the really metallic looks, the really big jackets and the chains and everything. We have, I really like the first shoes that they use, which are really big high heels, and they have like a lightning bolt in the heel. I think that's really, really cool. And in this case, in this new movie, again, as I told you, they have new like improvements. So everything's new. They have like powers like the electricity and stuff, because that's something that was not that much talked about in the first one. And I really like it. I really like the way that they're kind of slowly giving them more of the things that they're supposed to have, in comparison, for example, to G1, or in comparison to the animated series, which is kind of similar to this, but at the same time not that much. And yeah, I think that's basically it. I have no complaints about Frankie's participation in the movie. Now we have Claudine. So for Claudine, I think we have kind of like the second main character, I would say, because of course Draculaura is like the first one, but of course we have the other storyline of the movie, which is the prefect kind of thing that they're going for with Claudine and Toralei, which of course I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But yeah, she's going to be like prefect and stuff, like she's running for it. So she's against Toralei, and we see like the skulls like filling up with the little colored marbles, I don't know, and we have like the purple one and the orange one for Toralei, and I suppose like the school is the one that chooses who's going to win, so that's kind of interesting. And yeah, we have this kind of very interesting I don't know, dilemma between Draculaura and the rest of the school, because Claudine has to choose like who's going to be protected first, who's she going to think about first, because we have, of course, Draculaura wanting to be who she wants to be in terms of like the witchcraft and stuff, but at the same time, that same thing is what they believe is like a threat to Monster High and the students. So yeah, I think it's really nice that they're going a little bit deeper in the actual storyline. I think that's really cool. We also have, of course, the rivalry between her and Toralei, because they're pretty opposite, I would say. But yeah, that's basically it for the character. I like it. I think it's a little bit better than the first one, because in the first one, Claudine was a little bit too clumsy. Well, just a little bit, but in this one she feels way more mature. She has to make mature more mature decisions, which I really, really like. That's something that shows that they're trying to develop like a better storyline, and I really, really hope that they continue like that, because of course we're going to get a third one. I think that we already know that there's going to be 3 movies. Like, I think that's something that leaked like last year or something like that. But yeah, we're going to get 3 movies, so I hope we can get more, which would be kind of weird because 3 is like, it's where it's supposed to end, but we'll see. The fashions were so much better than the first one. She has like some more purple going on, a lot more purple going on, which I really like. We have, of course, the animal print. We have really cool shoes. I like those. We have some animal print boots that I really liked. She uses those in 2 different scenes for the movie, like in 2 different parts of the movie. So I don't know. Again, they're having like less outfit options, but at the same time they have improved those less options that they have, so I like that. I think the only part that I do not like at all is when she's with Deuce and she has that fur jacket which is green. Why do we give Claudine green clothing? Like, that's so weird. If you're going to give her green clothing, give her like something neon. I know that would like steal the show of the scene, because of course it's like the focal point of the whole thing that is supposed to be like super gloomy and mysterious in a way. But if you're going to give her green, just don't give her that like super swampy green, like really weird dark green combined with black. I don't know. I don't like that jacket. I think it's cute, but it's not for Claudine. I don't think it looks nice. But yeah, the rest of the looks, I love them. And again, I think this character actually had like a nice development in the second movie. Now we have Toralei, of course. So for Toralei, I think we have a really, really nice actress. I think the whole interpretation of Toralei was like flawless. I think she's like kind of mean. I love the fact that she has like those cat like behaviors, like doing this to the little the papers that were on the coffin bin, or the papers that one of the guys had when she was like being interviewed for the prefection or something like that. So I love that. I think that's really cool. She's kind of a little bit similar to the one on the series, but not at the same time, because the one on the series is super like mean as well as the one on the G1 movies. But this one at the beginning, she's like a little bit nice to Frankie, which I think it's, I don't know, I was a little bit caught off guard about that, because she was, I like that, and I don't know, Frankie was like super happy, but then I think she said like, I don't have a sense of humor or something like that, and Frankie was like, oh. And that's, I don't know, that's kind of cool, because that develops like that. Of course, I'm being nice to you, but then I can, I don't know, clap back or be mean out of nowhere. So yeah, that's pretty Toralei. And the outfits that they gave her were so spot on. The first one, of course, is the exact replica of this one, and I think it just looks so good. I really wish that would have been the case for all the other characters, but I don't know. Well, it's not that deep because we already saw like a nice improvement in the clothing part of the movie. But of course, Toralei just looks awesome, like the jacket with the spikes. We have the skirt with the exact same printing. I love that they made like that custom printing for the fabric of the skirt. We have the same shirt. We have the same choker with the scratch sign. And we have the combat boots, of course. We have the tail, which this is something I really, the only thing that I really don't like about this Toralei, like they only bother to animate that freaking tail just when she's like jumping to be introduced in the movie. Like we can see that tail like actually moving. Then we just see like a wire covered in fur, and I think that looks so I I don't know. It looks so bad. It looks super cringy, to be honest. Like, I'm going to be quite honest with you. At the end of the movie, the ending like song, the only thing I was able to focus on was Toralai's tail, and that's because it bends so badly in a lot of different parts of the choreography. Like when they are in like a table and they slide down, the tail goes this way. It ends up like being to the side like this, and then she's walking and the tail just wiggles. I don't know. That's so weird. And then when she's like, she takes Claudine's hand, and the tail, like, it does something like this, like it wraps around one of her legs, and then she starts running, but the tail is like, I don't know, it like hooks onto her leg, and that's so freaking weird. I don't know, of course, this is something that can happen, but I don't know, that was just so uncanny. I don't like that. But yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about her. Of course, she is really mean at the beginning of the movie, but at the end she's more like you have earned my respect in some kind of way. I really hope, like, if there's going to be a third movie, that of course it's going to be a third movie, I really hope that they do not like take away the development that has been done in Toralai, because that always happened in these musical movies, that for some reason the main character like becomes like a better self at the end, but then at the next movie it's like the same bad person as in the previous one, as in the beginning of the previous one, which is so weird. Like, we have seen that with I don't know, Uma, we have seen that with Sharpay, like it has happened a ton of times. So I don't know, I really wish that she's going to still be kind of shady, but at the same time be, I don't know, a little bit more supportive towards like Claudine and Frankie and Draculaura and Cleo, because she basically has beef with all of them. So yeah, I think that's basically I really like the last outfit, the one like the vest with all the little holes, like metallic little thingies that it has on the jacket. So I like that. I think they again, they did a really good job with their outfits, and I actually think that I saw when she is like giving her speech for the other thing that it's happening in the school. I think I see like a variation of the basic outfit with the red jacket, but then we have a different color shirt, a different color skirt, and a different colored boots, which I think it's nice. Again, they had a little bit more limited options, but they look nice. Like, I don't care if they're not like the most elaborate looks ever, but if they look nice, you're doing a great job, in my opinion, of course. Then we have Cleo. So Cleo is like everyone's friend now, which again is something that I really like. They kept the development that she had in the previous movie for this one, so I'm really happy about that. So in the beginning we find her with Abby and Golia, like they're taking pictures and stuff, so that's awesome. We have like a little Cleo and Golia moment, because yeah, we don't see them like at all in this new generation like together, so yeah, it was kind of interesting. And also we can see like the chemistry that she has with Laguna again, like they're talking, and that's before Toralai comes into like the scene. So yeah, they're talking about the class and everything. Like, she's being a really nice girl now. Of course, she's having her attitude, because we have Cleo, of course, but she at the same time has evolved. So I like that aspect about this movie a lot. Again, I just think the actress does such a good job with Cleo. I really love the way she I don't know, she uses her body so, I don't know, gracefully. I think she just does a great job. We have the outfits and the wig, so we just have one wig, because yeah, they do not change Cleo's look, like in the hair, like at all. That would be really cool. I don't know, something different, maybe no bangs, or maybe the bangs, but something else. But yeah, the wig is super cool. I really like the outfits. We're seeing like the little mummy wrap thingies on her arms a lot more. So I think that's really cool, because I don't remember seeing that in the first movie. I think maybe once, but I'm not too sure. But in this case, we're seeing it way more often, so I like that. We have, of course, the dresses, which are super cool. I really like all the geometric parts of the dresses that are like printed onto the fabric. I think that's really cool, and that's really accurate to like the character and the background that it has, because of course we know Egyptians and all the I don't know, Art Deco kind of style that they're going for with this doll, and of course the character in the movie. So yeah, I think we have a really nice like update on Cleo's personality. So she's a little bit more supportive of Claudine, because of course she's a little bit taking aback because of the campaign, because the school chose her. So you can see her like in the corner of the scene, like being a little bit, I don't know, lost. But then she's like, of course I'm going to be your campaign director, and you're going to have like all my help, but you have to listen to me. So she has that bossy like attitude, but at the same time she's being more supportive of everything that's going on, besides that prefect storyline, because of course she gives Claudine the little scarab, which is Bastet, if I'm not wrong, so that she's having, I don't know, support during the search for Draculaura, because yeah, again, we see like a bunch of stuff happening. But yeah, she is really helpful, she's really nice, she is being way better in this new movie. Also, I think she's kind of getting to the same level as the Cleo in the animated series. So I like that, because again, Cleo in the animated series is like super self-centered, but at the same time she is really nice when like her friends need her. So like that, and that's the same case right here. So that's it. Makeup, nails, everything perfect. Then we have Deuce. So we have a little bit more improvement, I would say, on Deuce's storyline, because we are now talking about the way that he's not being himself at all, like completely, I would say, because we can see the scene when he's with Claudine, and she asks for his glasses and she puts them on, and he like looks at her. Yeah, and of course, because she has the glasses, she can like look at his eyes, which is, I think that's a cute part of the movie, like the fact that they are trying to find ways to see each other in the eyes. That's sweet. But we have, of course, the fact that he's not feeling himself by hiding the snakes, because he's like I don't know, like he fights with his mom about like having to scare people and be like a bad Gorgon, I would say. But then Claudine is like, just rest for a bit or something like that, and she just takes off his hoodie, and the snakes are like actually like really desperate to come out. That's something that happens in the first scene in the movie, that one of the snakes like actually bites him in one of the cheeks. That's because they're like tired of being under the little beanie. So I like that. That's interesting that they're trying to slowly like build up like a new perspective for Deuce. So yeah, I think that's basically it for like the new things that happen in the movie with him, at least. I actually saw like there's a part of the movie where they are trying to steal a car and they use Deuce's snakes like as a distraction. And again, when he is like right there, like with the snakes out and the eyes being like super green and everything, he becomes like I don't know, like a different person, because they talk to him and he's like just spacing out. I don't know if he's like becoming like he's letting his inner snake out or something like that. I don't know, but that sounded kind of bad, but you know what I mean? Like he is like in some kind of trance or something like that. So yeah, I think that was kind of interesting. Again, it's a nice introduction to all the things that are supposed to happen later. And I really, again, love the new relationship that he has with Frankie, because they're being like the new besties of the movie. I love the way that he's like super supportive, and he's talking about like the way Frankie supports everyone with their friendship, and not just like with the improvements that they have done to themselves. So yeah, I think he's a really nice character. And again, well, I'm going to give a little bit of like some spoilers right here, so yeah, just a little one. But I really like when he is like being held down like with a knife on his throat and everything, and one of the snakes just bites one of the bad guys. Like a bad girl. And I really like that. I think again, there's like so much more to be done, but I like the way that they're slowly trying to grow the action, the drama, the plot of the movie. So yeah, that's something that maybe would have been too risky for the first one, because I don't know, parents would have say like that's too violent or something like that. But yeah, I like that detail. We have Laguna. So and Deuce has outfits. He is like, yeah, Deuce. There's not that much to talk about him in terms of outfits. We have Laguna. So she talks just a tiny bit more, which I'm a really big fan of, because I love Lena Lecomte. Love you. And I think I don't know. I know a lot of people really don't like the outfits that they gave her in the first one, and I have read somewhere that in the second one they're not that good either, but I love them. I don't know if maybe that's kind of my style in some way, because I really don't like all the iridescent stuff and super shiny and sparkly and everything. But I think she just looks so nice. I love the wigs that they gave her. Like, she is one of the ones that has like the most different kind of hairdos. So we have the pigtail right here. We have a really big ponytail also. Or maybe it's like half up, half down, I think. But yeah, I think she looks so good in this movie. That's, of course, my personal opinion. I think I love the earrings that they gave her in the scene when they are dancing and stuff. The little jellyfish, like they look so cool. And again, just the outfits with all the sequins and the ruffles on the sides and everything. I don't know, I just really like the way she looks in every single scene. I also really like the more sporty look that they gave her in the scene when Toralei is introduced, because she has like some kind of varsity jacket in a way. It actually reminds me of the Skulltimate Secret Series 1 Laguna, so I like that a lot. And yeah, I think I don't have that much else to say. Again, she talks a little bit more than in the previous movie. I wish it was more, and I really wish we have a little more Laguna in the next one, just as in this one. She went from like 2 lines to like 5-6 lines, and then we have, I wish we can get like I don't know, maybe 10 lines, a whole scene about her being one of the ones helping the next main character. That would be so cool. I really love Laguna, and I wish they gave her more like a little bit more focusing on her. That would be awesome. And the scene that I really liked is when she is like guarding the door or like the hallway while they're inspecting Ellie's, I don't know, dorm, I guess. And then she says that like she tells Cleo like, if I see someone, can I bite him or something like that? I eat him, something like that. I think it is so funny. It of course matches really well with the animated series Laguna, because of course we can see all the nibbling and biting and eating kind of problem that Laguna has, that she's trying to control in the animated series. And yeah, in this one we see that just a little bit more, and I really like it. I think she's super cute, super adorable, and yeah, that's about it. And I don't know, at the beginning, I think the changes that they made her for G3 were so needed, because at some point in G1 Laguna was just like blending into the background. Like, she had mostly no personality. There were no like good plot lines about her. Like, of course we had Great Scary Reef with all the bullying kind of thing and that stuff, but I don't know, like that movie was not that popular, and I don't know, for some reason I just don't find Laguna's character before too memorable compared to how she's being portrayed now, at least in the animated series, because of course she is being like a background character in the movies. But yeah, again, that's my personal opinion, and I really love Laguna in every single generation. I think she is just like a constant character that I really attached to. So yeah, I don't know, I again love Laguna from G1, but this G3 one is getting so much deeper into like her new, I don't know, personality, problems, and yeah, everything. So love that. Now we have Abby. So Abby is there to look pretty again, because she talks like, I don't know, like 2 times, 3 times again, which again I don't get. Why would you put her into the movie if she's not going to do anything? Like, we had more participation from the characters that are not like known to anyone, like the new ones. And she just says at the beginning of the movie like she's famous when she talks about Claudine's TikTok. And yeah, I think that's all she says. Yeah, I think that's it. Of course, she appears in a lot more like group scenes, I would say, which is something that was actually really used in the animated movies, like from G1, that they were like a bunch of characters and they all had like one line. So yeah, again, I still want to see her be more involved in everything in this third movie that is going to come out. So yeah, the looks were fine, super nice, super beautiful as always, and of course she dances really well. Then we have Golia. So Golia talks, oh, she actually sings. She actually sings just as Laguna a little bit in the first song when they're like playing pool with Frankie. I don't know, that's kind of interesting. I really like some of the outfits that Goldie had, like the one with the checkered pants and the green sleeves. I think that was really cute. I liked it. And there's not much to say about her either, but I really want her to participate more in the next one. That's not going to happen probably, but we can always have hope. Actually, she kind of talks less than in the previous movie, which is kind of a bummer, but yeah, at least we can see her dance and have really cute clothes. So that's it for the characters. Now we're going to talk about the plot. So again, as I said, there's like 2 storylines. We have Draculaura trying to be herself and all the witchcraft embracing part of the movie, and we also have Claudine going against Toralei to be the school prefect. So I think they actually did a really good job at like merging both storylines into one, because they're not like super separate, like in comparison to the animated films that were happening before that. For some reason, like there was, like, for example, New York, we had the girls going to New York, and then we had Golia over here, like saving them without them even knowing. So yeah, they were like super separate, and then they just clashed together at the end. But no, in this case, we have a really thought out like scenario where Toralei is against witchcraft. So of course that's one of like the main points of her campaign. And of course Draculaura is not having it, so she just decides to do something about it. So she meets Ellis, which is one of the new characters. He's a guy that first appears as a vampire and a witch, and then he ends up being, well, a witch, a wizard, I don't know. But then it ends up being just a wizard, I don't know. And I think I really don't like his character, because he plots everything so that Draculaura goes with him to his mom's like coven or like building that Ellie's mom is supposed to be like a really big witch. She's Queen something, I don't remember her name, sorry. I actually think she did kind of a good job, but for some reason at the end she just screams a lot, and I don't know, that's kind of weird. But Draculaura goes there, and then she's there to like talk to the rest of the witches about how they can be in peace with the vampires and stuff. So yeah, I think at the beginning we all thought that he was going to be like a nice guy and stuff, but then we see him doing absolutely nothing when his mom kidnaps Draculaura. Like, what's all about that? I don't know. Like, he fights against his mom, like, Mom, but we're just going to blackmail Dracula. Like, that's not better. Like, you're still like kidnapping someone. Like, what's wrong with you? And then he just, I don't know, he does nothing just until the very end. Like, he almost attacks Claudine and Frankie. He's just such a bad person, and then nothing happens to him. No one arrests him. Nothing happens to Ellis, and I really think, I know that they're supposed to, like, of course, Draculaura at the end tells him, like, this is going to be like the new generation of peace or something like that. And they're like, okay, see you later. And he leaves. And I know that that's supposed to be like the new, I don't know, the new path between vampires and witches. But I don't know, I just don't like him. Like, he is so manipulative, and I don't know, I don't like him at all. But yeah, that's it for Ellis. I like the clothing that they gave him. I think he has a cool style. But then we have the other new character, which is Demi. So Demi is half human, half ghost, which is, I don't know, the more you think about it, like, who's the father, who's the mother? I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. But she's a little bit clumsy. I really like her look, like the black and white look. It's really cool. I wish they have introduced Spectra, but she's not half human, half monster. So of course that's not going to happen. But yeah, I think they styled her nicely. I think if she wears more than one outfit in the movie, I would be surprised, because I did not notice that at all. But yeah, she is like super supportive of Claudine's campaign, because of course she is like representing the demographic that she's fighting for, which is the half human, half monsters, the humans. And yeah, she's there, she's cute. And she also dances with them, so I don't know if we're going to see her in the third movie. Probably not. And also, if they introduce new characters in the third movie, there's a lower chance that she's going to be in that as well. Of course, Ellis is nowhere to be seen in the third movie. I hope so, because I really hate him. So yeah, that's it for the movie. Oh, of course, I didn't tell you the end. So spoiler again. So Demi does not participate that much in the movie either. She's like Laguna. She just has like 4 lines or something like that. But yeah, like in the movie, of course, Dracula goes there and they kidnap her. I really like the participation of Heath in the movie. I don't have his doll, so yeah, I imagine him right here. Like I'm representing him because he's funny. He's a little bit of the comedic relief that the movie needs in some parts, because that's not Frankie's job totally in this new movie. So yeah, I think he did a pretty good job as well. And he goes with Deuce and with Frankie to the human world. So Claudine finds out and she just rolls with it. They call Apollo Wolf, which is Claudine's father, so that he can help them get into the building of the witches. I don't remember the name of the company, but it's like a, I don't know, healthy kind of like Herbalife or something like that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say brands but yeah. But they get into the building and they find Dracula. They sing a really beautiful song. I really like that song. And Dracula decides to stay, but Bastet stays in the building. So while everything is happening in the human world, we also have the campaign going in the monster world, and everyone is in Toralai's side. So of course, if you're not there to do your campaign, like, of course everyone is going to go to the other side. So yeah, everyone is by Toralai's side, and Cleo is like super worried because she wants to win. But yeah, we also have them like trying to rescue Dracula, because when they get back to the school, Bastet sends like a warning kind of signal or something like that. So they decide to go back to the human world, but actually Toralai helps them, so that's awesome as well. And of course, Dracula is like trapped in some kind of I don't know, jail or something like that, like a cage, and it is made from this like special like metal that is harmful for monsters. So that's where things get a little bit weird. So they open the gate that is blocking them from Dracula's side of the room. And there's Alice. That's where he just like out of nowhere like says, "Don't move." Like, he does not do anything in this movie. Like, he just makes some moss dance, and those moss things are so weird. Like the faces are really, really strange. So I don't know. Well, and then he for some reason decides to stop his mother from attacking them. So she's like frozen. And then they try to get her out, and Dracula is being like mind controlled by the mother. So she is like saying like a spell that is going to destroy all the vampires. And Claudine, in a desperate move, decides to open the doors, the bars of the cage. And of course, she's starting to get hurt. Like, she burns her hands and everything. So she just opens those things and like bends them and then reach for Dracula. And when she touches her, like, everything's fine. She just breaks out of the spell, and Claudine like just falls and faints, and I guess faints, kind of dies almost. So when she's unconscious, she sees the Reaper, which I think I really need to see Reaper 6 in the third movie. That would be so cool, but that's not going to happen. So yeah. And I don't know, the power of friendship is so strong that Claudine for some reason talks to the Reaper, and then she starts like remembering all the memories, the good moments with her besties. So yeah, out of nowhere she just wakes up. So that's kind of cool, but I don't know. She wakes up the first time to watch like Dracula in the most amazing scene. Like she's floating and she's like full of magic around her, and that's like a really epic like scene. I love that. And then we have some bats like going around the whole thing and attacking the witch, and yeah, I like that. I really like that. But then Claudine just faints again, and then she wakes up again, and she's yeah, all like, I don't know, like she has scars and everything. Like it's pretty deep. But yeah, that's when Dracula and Ellie's like say everything's okay for some reason. Then we have Dracula come into the scene, and Dracula and everyone else already captured all the other bad guys. We can see the girl with the bite of the of Deuce's snake, so I like that they kept that little detail, although that looks really painful. I don't know, that looks kind of gross, but yeah, yeah, that's basically all that happens. Like we can see that Toralei is okay with Dracula using the magic and stuff, and then we can see them like at the school, and then we get to know that Deuce is going to go to the Gorgon, I don't know, kind of thing, that the ritual that they have, so that he can find himself. And I really like the fact that Claudine is not like, but it's a year, what about our relationship? No, she's more like, what about Monster High? Like it's not going to be the same without you. And he's like, I know, but I have to find myself. So they just kiss, which they kiss, and yeah, he decides to go, but first we're going to sing a song. So there's the last song, which is Who Your Monsters Are, something like that. I think it's just Monsters Are, and I really like that song. That's such my style. Like it feels a little bit like a K-pop song, so love that. And that's where I saw Toralei still like being horizontal. I think that's so bad, but yeah, other than that, I love every single thing about this movie. And of course we have the last scene from the movie, which is Deuce leaving Monster High to the portal that we already know, and out of nowhere the portal goes from purple, which is normal I guess, to green, and the Grim Reaper appears in the portal, and it just takes Deuce and pulls him into the portal. I don't know if in the third movie we're going to start with I don't know, Deuce being away, but I suppose they don't know that he is in the, I don't know, the other side, because he just left and everyone, I don't know, thinks that he's okay, he's doing his ritual and stuff. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But of course we can see the Grim Reaper coming out of the portal and saying that he's not going to be cheated again. So we then see like a scene where Frankie is like getting, I don't know, scared I guess, and we have like lightning bolts and everything around. So yeah, that's where the movie ends, and I'm really excited for the third one, because we already got a movie for Claudine, this movie for Dracula, and the third one is going to be for Frankie, which is going to be the best one. I really hope it's the best one, because Cici Bolligot does such a good job being Frankie. And yeah, I just think this movie got way better than the first one. The first one is really cringy. After seeing the second one, seeing the first one is, I don't know, kind of iffy. Not that much, but a little bit. And also, the second one needs a lot of improvement as well, at least in Toralei's tale. I really hate that. But other than that, it is way better. Way better than the first one. So that's all I had to say. I'm not going to talk about this anymore, because this is going to be such a long video. But yeah, I really want to know, what do you think about this whole movie? Again, don't forget to comment down below what do you think about this new movie, and the one that is going to come out next year. I hope so. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, activate the little bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok. Those links will be always in the description box down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye! You know who your monsters are.